beginning of the new decade. We didn't know what the horizon, both the short and the long-term horizon, would entail and what it would look like. Overnight, you go from everything being normal to everything being the opposite of that.
When the COVID-19 came about, it was really a surprise to everyone. It's like the black swan in the pond.
We seriously considered the adverse effects of the pandemic, mindful of the new normal that has evolved around it. We formed a crisis management team, promptly made the necessary adjustments on both the short-term and the medium-term plans, striking that healthy balance between business continuity and liquidity on one side and the safety of our organization on the other.
We immediately took action to ensure all our employees were well and secure. The company gave it 100% support to continued operations and a flexible setup.
Some needed to be at the workplaces, some had to be at home, work from home. A number had to be provided with temporary housing. Shuttle services were also made available, and both the head office and project site premises were retrofitted to ensure a safe working environment for employees and, of course, for customers. On top of the healthcare benefits, we rolled out online health monitoring.
So while everybody was physically distanced, we would try to make sure that everyone was still socially and digitally connected and engaged. We had to ensure that people were not only healthy physically, but also we were mindful of what people were going through, and that mental health was also very important.
When we decided that the show must go on for our two new developments in 2020, we successfully staged the digital launch of First Park Homes Batulao in June and First Park Homes Magalang in November. There was no stopping us showcasing the differentiated living experience in the First Park Homes community.
While 2020 brought about, really a huge magnitude of challenges, we're very, very proud that not only were we able to launch new projects amidst the backdrop of uncertainty, we were actually able to complete many of our developments.
Achieving milestones after milestones, despite the setback of the pandemic, is truly a feat that First Park Homes take pride in.
We have recalibrated our plans. In the next 3 years, we'll see the completion of our developments, the delivery of our commitments to our customers, and the opening of more PPHI projects.
At what is really important in our life? Ano ang importante sa buhay natin? Ang importante is family, health, and 3, a roof above their heads. Alam mo, ang karamihan ng mga family sa ating bayan, hindi nagbebenta ng real estate, pinamamana. Pinamamana nila sa anak o pamangkin o kanyang kamag-anak. But ang importante is real estate is the one that survives from generation to generation. And PPHI, because of the quality of homes that we are producing, will make sure that the asset that they buy from us, from you, are actually of top quality. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And thanks God that we're all alive and healthy. So this is actually a resolution that all of us should have to be stronger and face the new challenges of life beyond this year and the next few years to come.
We will continue expanding our footprint and share our vision of an ideal lifestyle, an ideal world, first world.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Good afternoon to all of you and welcome to PHirst Leap, Life Beyond the Ordinary. I'm your host for this afternoon. An absolute pleasure and honor being with all of you right here. My name is Jelly Victor, and together we will be exploring for this next hour what we mean by a life beyond the ordinary. Now, I hope you will keep me company because we've got a lot in store for all of you. Now, before we even started, I was already checking out our Facebook page and the comment section, and I saw that even before the whole thing started, there were already several of you saying hello, letting me know or letting us know where it is that you are checking in from. So please continue to do that. I will look at that comment section in just a few minutes. But right now, I wanted to say to everyone watching, kung kasama pa rin namin kayo hanggang sa matapos ang ating programa, meron kayong pagkakataon maging isa sa 10 mananalo ng online shopping gift certificates na ipamimigay namin ngayong hapon. Exciting, diba? Did that catch your attention? Marami na kayong matututuhan, mananalo pa kayo, o diba? So dyan lamang kayo until the very end. And in case you are wondering what it is that we will be talking about today, well, the spotlight will be on First Park Homes, but not just that. As you have already seen in our opening video, First Park Homes is not just about building homes. It's about homes that last you a lifetime, a legacy that you can leave behind for your family and the generations to come. Gaya nga ng sinabi ni Mr. Antonio, ideally, it has to last generations because this is not something you sell. Real estate is something that you pass on to the next generation, to your loved ones, to your family. Okay, but before we talk some more about First, I want to know who is here with me? Who is watching? Sino ba ang mga kausap ko ngayon at kasama kong nanonood? Para naman feeling ko, hindi lang camera ang kausap ko. Meron talagang mga taong kasama na nandito ngayon. Now, I know for a fact na marami na kasi nga nagko-comment na kayo. So thank you so much for that. But since we're already seeing quite a lot of the participants, I want to hear from you first. What is your name, please? Just in case it's different from what is registered on Facebook. So I'd like to say hi to you, say your name. Where is it that you are watching this live stream from? Are you in the office? Are you at home? Where is that office or that home? Now, especially if you are at home, I want to know one thing that makes where you are living in what makes it extraordinary. Kumbaga, gusto kong malaman kung anong special dyan sa lugar na tinitirhan nyo ngayon or saan kayo nakatira. So let me know in the comment section. Huwag mag-atubili, ipamahagi sa amin ang inyong mga sagot. Type it down in the comment section of this live stream right now. Ready? 3, 2, 1, type away. So every time I glance down here, that's me checking your comments. So it's going by very quickly right now. I'd like to say hello to Team GST SFT. Am I saying that right? That's from Marlon. We've also got, oh my gosh, ang bilis! Sandali lang, mahina ang kalaban. We've also got SFT Division, Team JBB. Rhea Lu is watching as well. Cherry Rose Benitez from Team Mon. Or is it Team Mona? Please do not miss to answer the question I posed earlier. What makes where you live special? What makes it, beyond the ordinary? What makes it different? What makes it unique? What do you love about the place that you live in now? Okay, STF Division. Okay, hold on. We've got Melissa, who is from Bulacan. We've got Batangas team. Nanita Medina is watching. We've got Carl from Riyadh, Saudi Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hello to you. Hi to Del, Hannah Christian, saying hello to you. That's coming in from Keisha, who is sharing this, and she's already tagging her friend to share this live stream as well. So thank you so much for that. We love it. Madel. Okay, you know what? I just clicked. There's like a 118 new comments. Okay, so thank you so much to all of you. Thank you for sending in. Arms Abundance Bulacan. Okay, I'm trying to look for your answers as to what makes where you live special. What makes it jump out of the ordinary? Let me know, okay? That's what I'm looking for right now to read out to all of you. Ang daming shout-outs. There's an Carlos. Carlos is saying soon in First Park Homes Lipa. So he's already sending it out to the universe soon. That's where he will be living currently in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Hello to you. Okay. I'm just looking for Las Piñas, living there since birth. That's Del. Okay, Del, let me know what makes living in Las Piñas special. Alan, those who are watching from Lucena City, Bulacan, let me know. I will check back in with you a little bit later on. What makes living where you live right now special? Okay, so thanks to everyone so far who have commented and for all that you shared. We are happy that you are here with us today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, especially for those who are watching from Saudi Arabia. I have no idea what time it is on your end right now, so do let me know in the comment section. I don't think I need to motivate anyone else to really comment because I can see that you are very participative. Thank you very much. Well engaged kayong lahat. So maraming salamat. You know what? We will definitely learn a lot later on as we chat with someone who knows a thing or two about building a life that can be part of your legacy for your children and the generations after. As I mentioned earlier, I will also be sharing some things about First Park Homes with all of you. Hindi lang ako. But in a bit, we will hear from one of our special guests, our buddy, Robbie Domingo. Nakita nyo na siya sa video na pinlay namin kanina. You get to see him a little bit later on. He happens to be First Park Homes brand ambassador and a certified owner of First Park Homes himself. We will get to hear why he chose to own a First Park home. Maya-maya lamang. Robbie will also talk about some things that he wants to share with everyone, like what he looks for in a home. So please do stick around. This will be fun and quite informative. Speaking of fun, let's start now, shall we? May good news ako. Nag-hint na ako kanina. I will expound on it a little bit more right now. We will be choosing 10 viewers towards the end of the show who will win online shopping gift certificates. Yes! Do I have your attention? All right. Gusto niyo ba malaman kung paano kayo sasali? Sino ang pwedeng manalo? Well then, listen up. All ears on me now, please. All you have to do is first like the First Park Homes official Facebook page, which is where you are watching it right now, where you are commenting. Please check. Have you liked this official Facebook page? If you haven't yet, then please do so now. And then share this live stream on your own page. Just like what one of the commenters did earlier, she put in a person that she wanted to watch this live stream. But instead of doing that, just typing down the names of all of your friends and family, share this on your own page, okay? Have you liked the Facebook page? Yes? All good. Have you shared this live stream? All done? Next, make sure that your post is public on Facebook so the First Park Homes team can see it. Why? Well, our First Park Homes team representatives will randomly choose the 10 viewers to receive the gift certificates. I just want to say hello to the First Park team. Hello to all of you. It is so nice to see that everyone is joining us today. Full force. I love it. Okay. Ang saya, di ba? Ang dami mo nang matututuhan, mananalo pa kayo ng online shopping certificates. I don't know of anyone who will actually turn that down. So we hope you stay with us until the end to see if you have won a prize. Time to share this live stream on your Facebook page. We will be watching and I will be checking. So, did you already let me know what it is that makes your place, your home special? Okay. Oh, wow. Charlie here is saying that he lives in the north part and the boundary of Caloocan City, and in the morning, super hot, but at night, similar to Tagaytay breeze. Okay, that is good. At least you have a little bit of a respite. Thank you. Because where I am right now, it is hot in the morning and still hot at night. Okay, Aria is saying living in Parañaque for the last 50 years. what makes your home special. It is now 10:12 over in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Thank you for letting me know, Eddie. And I know that you are really listening and watching. Antipolo team tuned in as well. Okay. Oh, I've got a very nice and extensive explanation here from Deo, who is watching from Nagcarlan, Laguna. And he says, our place is known for the best delicacies such as espasol. Ginuguto mo lahat ng nanonood ngayon. Alam mo? Tanghali pa. Merienda time na, diba? Uraro and candies. Espasol, uraro and candies. We also have here the one and only in the Philippines, the historical underground cemetery. That's Nagcarlan, Laguna, galing kay Deo. Thank you for sharing that, Deo. Okay, now that is all out of the way, although I will be checking that comment section later on for your questions, let's see what our friend Robbie Domingo naman has to say about his home, the First Park Homes that he has. We are talking about the company that brought all of us here today. Attention on the screen, please. Panoorin natin ito.
First Park Homes was formed from the partnership between Century Properties Group and Mitsubishi Corporation, having that goal to raise the standards of community housing in the Philippines without costing too much. Unlike other housing communities, First Park Homes is actually what they call the 4 C's. It's the brand pillars which they follow. It stands for complete, conceptive, connected, and convenient. Oh, complete because their homes are fully finished, which means the walls are painted, you got your complete flooring. This place is secure and you got provisions to expand. Basically, all you need are your furniture and you're ready to move in. How easy is that? Conceptive because First offers amenities which go beyond the basic. Get this, for every subdivision, there is a specific theme for the amenities which can be enjoyed by both young and young at heart. They have amenities that promote the arts, encourage good health, build social development, and strengthen the community. Like for example, in Bulacan, they have these life-sized board games. In Lipa, they have traditional Pinoy games, and they even have an outdoor cinema. I think it's really amazing that they're introducing unique amenities for families to enjoy. First aims to keep everyone connected to life essentials. Imagine, they even have a shuttle to bring you to nearby transport hubs. Now that is hassle-free. Lastly, convenient. Owning your first home is now easy through First's simplified buying process. Owning a First Park home is more than just an investment. It's your first home that lasts.
Thank you very much, Robbie. You know what? It makes me smile to hear how carefully these homes were planned and built. Now, what I love most about what he shared with us, okay, so he mentioned 4 C's, right? There's, it's complete, it's conceptive, it's connected, it's convenient. I like all the points that he mentioned, like how it's already complete and all you need to do is to bring in the furniture. There's also room for expansion. I like that it's offering connectedness and there's convenience, even providing a shuttle that can bring you to nearby transportation hubs. I love all of that. But what I'm particularly impressed with would have to be that it's conceptive. Like every single subdivision has a unique feature about it. I love that outdoor cinema. I love those giant play pieces. Tapos may mga ibang places naman, very Filipino games. I mean, you know, if we were no longer in this pandemic and you lived at any First Park home, you get to bond with the people that you live with in the community. And I can just imagine my daughter, you know, telling all of her friends, let's meet over at the park where we can play the games. And then, you know, they're playing games that we grew up with, the very traditional Filipino games, diba? I like that a lot. But right now, I would like to ask everyone, okay, this is the meat of our program. When I was saying to everyone kanina na marami kayong matututuhan sa ating programa, this is the reason why. It's not because of me, okay? It's because of this person I'm about to introduce to all of you. So allow me, and I'd like to ask everyone to help me in welcoming this gentleman who wants to let us in on a few closely guarded secrets. So after niya i-share sa atin, hindi na siya sikreto. That's how generous he is with his information. He is the president and chairman of AFV Consulting Group International, dealing with human resource and training, self-development and success attitudes, and organizational culture development. He graduated cum laude from St. Louis University with degrees in BS Psychology, majoring in clinical approach and AB Philosophy. He then went on to take his MBA course at the De La Salle Graduate School of Business and Economics. You can tell that this is a man who loves to learn, and he is sharing those learnings with us. He also became a certified member of the American Management Association in New York in 1997. He is currently a major player in the world of training and personal development. Join me in welcoming, please send him a virtual applauding emojis over in the chat section. Please welcome Mr. Tony Villena.
Hello, Jelly. Good afternoon. How is everybody?
Hello, Sir Tony. You know what, Sir Tony? Looking at their comment section, I don't know if you were able to do that before you came on screen. Sobrang excited sila. They're excited to learn from you.
Wow.
Before we check in with them, Sir Tony, I wanted to know, how are you?
I'm good. And my birthday is just around the corner. Getting old. One more year, senior citizenship.
I think that is a cause for celebration. And I have to tell you, Sir Tony, I am surprised that you're becoming a senior citizen in just a few days, kasi talagang wala po sa itsura na magiging senior citizen na kayo. So what you're trying to say to us, Sir Tony, is that this is your pre-birthday celebration.
Why not?
Advance happy birthday, Sir Tony.
Thank you.
Okay, you know what? First of all, thank you very much for joining us today, Sir Tony. I'm looking forward to hearing about what it is that you will be sharing with us. Now, to everyone watching, everyone joining us, if you have any questions for Sir Tony, habang nagpipresent siya at binibigay sa atin ang mga kaalaman niya, please do not hesitate to put in your questions in the comment section. That way, we are given enough time to collate. Pag may naisip kayo, gusto nyong itanong kay Sir Tony, send it over right away. Okay? Bago nyo pa makalimutan, kasi ako makakalimutin eh. Dapat i-type kagad. So, Sir Tony, you probably heard earlier when I asked all of our friends joining us where they are from and what makes their place special. Ginutom nga tayo nung isa, di ba? Na-mention niya yung mga uraro, espasol.
Oh, wow. Those were the days.
Pwede pa rin naman po. Sabihan natin si Deo, padalhan tayo.
Yes,
Sir Tony,
Deo, hello.
I wanted to ask about a little bit about where it is that you live right now. Like, do you enjoy living in that space? And what makes that home of yours stand out beyond the ordinary?
We love the place where we are in, particularly for the following reasons. There is a lot of space, and there's a lot of things that you can see around. Because of my job, I'm a person who would love to look at nature or just whatever is there that would strike my fancy. And so I can write my thoughts down. Same time, it's accessible and it's very, very secure. And later on, I'll share a few more points all about PHirst homes when I talk about it.
Okay, Sir Tony, nainggit kami dun sa space. Especially for, a lot of us who we were not really equipped to handle this pandemic, and then working from
Mhm.
home. Lahat na sa bahay lang. Space is definitely what we need. Sir Tony, if you don't mind my asking, have you purchased the home that you live in now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow. Ang sarap pakinggan. I wish I could say the same thing. Sir Tony, I'm getting a little bit personal here, but if I may ask, is this the first home that you purchased?
I'll be even more personal so
Okay.
that they will know where I'm coming from every time that I will answer questions, even the questions coming from the audience. I have two wives. My first wife passed on, and 10
Okay.
years later, I married again.
Okay.
And so I have bought two properties for my first wife and my second wife.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yes.
that is very special. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for opening your heart at the very start of our program. Um, if you don't mind, we will reminisce, take a journey back in time, because I just want to know about your first home, Sir Tony. First of all, my condolences on the passing of your first wife. But when
Mhm.
we go back and talk about your first home, what moved you to actually buy that first home?
All right. Let me differentiate what a house is from a home. House is the structure. The home is what the people inside make out
Okay.
of that house.
Okay,
And
so
so,
first house
uh,
pala.
just so exact yung aking kukwento, the reason I bought those houses is because of love. And love to me means being responsible. But then I had to push it a little further. It's not just being responsible. Love is manifested materially. It's also manifested materially.
Hmm.
And hindi naman po pwedeng laging Korean heart ang ipapakita ko or chup-chup mamwa or power hug. Hindi naman ganon. It has to be manifested materially. I think I'm talking sense here already, Jelly. And so, what does a wife want? How do I show my wife that I love her? Maybe an eternity ring after getting married. What about my son, my daughter, your sons, your daughters? How do you show that you love them? Maybe an iPhone or any mobile phone or laptop. What about the mother-in-law? I don't want to get into trouble here. Uh, Paano mo ipapakita na mahal mo ang mother-in-law mo? Hindi naman po pwedeng chup-chup mo, power hug, or Korean heart. I think this is it. No offense meant, because I am already a father-in-law, and I have a an apo, a daughter already who's turning 2 years old. Pag ako tinatanong, ano ang gusto mo, Daddy? Anong gusto mo, Papa? Even if my apo will ask me, anong gusto po ninyo, Lolo? Isa lang, GCash. So again, it's cash. It's material. Deposituhan nyo na lang yung aking GCash so ma-enjoy ko yung e-wallet ba ang tawag dyan.
Hmm.
What about the family? Family, you manifest your love for them by giving them their own property, our own house and lot. Jelly, may I ask you, use your objectivity and not your emotions here.
Sige
Is
po.
there such a thing? Is there such a thing as loving your job? Be very
Oh,
objective. Is there such a thing as loving your job?
well, I know majority of the people will say no, but in my case, I really do love my job. I really do. But I
I
know
don't get into trouble. I
karamihan
don't want to get into
hindi.
trouble. If I will be very objective about this, which will lead me to my point later on, there's none. There's no such thing as
Mm,
loving your job. The reason being is the job doesn't love you back. What
okay.
exactly is my point? How do you now put it together on a balance so that there's some truth behind the idiomatic expression?
Hmm.
I'd like to say that you better give it your best shot each time that you work so you can show your family how much you love them. In fact,
Hmm.
today, you're familiar with the words pet, malu, and lodi. Am I right, Jelly?
Yes po.
Alam mo, ang tunay na pet, malu, ang tunay na malulupit, at tunay na idol, who are they? Are the overseas Filipino workers. And they're here. From Riyadh, from the Middle East, maybe from Singapore, we have from Hong Kong, we have from all other countries. who are called the migrant workers. Sila ang magpapatotoo doon sa sinabi ko sa iyo. Why have they chosen to work in another country? To me, that's a very big question. Why have they chosen to work in another country? It's not because they love their job, that's for sure. Samantalang hindi nila mayakap araw-araw ang kanilang mahal sa buhay. What else? There's no physical presence at all. Wala ako sa mga okasyon na kailangang nandun ako. Birthday, anniversaries, etc. At pag ako nagkasakit, I'm by myself. Minsan, buwis-buhay pa yung pagtatrabaho namin sa ibang bansa. Like what happened in Israel. Pinapauwi na sila ng ating gobyerno. Ayaw nilang umuwi. Bakit? We're earning 80,000 a month. We don't want to lose that. It's because they love their families so much. Not only that, when they are in another country, there's a lot of uncertainty, depression, homesickness, loneliness. Why? Because they are away from their families. But not only that, there is this physical, mental, and emotional struggle every day because they are in a different country. They weren't born there. And at the same time, mag-a-adjust sila sa culture na hindi nila kinalakihan. And yet, they refuse to go home. They refuse to go home. Pag bumalik sila, babalik uli sila sa pinanggalingan nila na bansa. In fact, hapon may problema. Hindi nakalipad ang 500 natin mga Filipinos because of a problem with documentation and fees that they need to pay for tests, etc. And yet, they want to proceed to go to those countries they're supposed to be in by today. Na-delay na nga lang sila. They refuse to go home because they want to do something for their loved ones. And what is that, Jerry? Gusto nilang mabigyan ng sariling bahay at tahanan ang kanilang pamilya.
Yes.
Ano ba ang matitinding pakinabang kapag may sariling bahay ka na? Pag may sariling bahay na kami. Here goes a few points na alam kong tatama sa feelings ng ating mga tagapakinig. Number 1, hindi na ako nakikitira. Jelly and the rest of you who are listening, I have been fortunate na yung dalawa kong mga in-laws, both the first and my second marriage, napakabait. Wala akong itulak kabigin, wala akong reklamo. But even that, may konting challenge doon. Bakit? Sa sobrang bait, nahihiya akong magsabi, nahihiya akong mag-suggest, nahihiya akong magmungkahi ng pwedeng gawin doon sa bahay. Out of respect dahil sobrang bait nila. Ang alam ko, Jelly, in the box of a deck of cards, doon lang nagkakasabay-sabay na nagsasama-sama ang 4 na hari at 4 na reyna.
Totoo.
In a house, ang hirap na maging 2 ang hari. Tama, Jerry?
Totoo
Ang hirap
po.
din na maging 2 ang reyna. Either yung isa hindi patatalo, yung isa lalaban. Sus Mariosep, problema yon. Pero may solution doon, which we're getting into as well. Ito pa, when you have your own property, your own house, may feeling na nakatayo na ako sa sarili ko, na itaguyod ko na yung aking sarili. Then now, head on my shoulders na ako, nakatingin na ako, na tama yung aking movement ng ulo dahil okay na, may nagawa na akong super tindi at may narating na ako sa aking buhay. Jelly, hindi lang yun. May tatak na akong tagumpay. Kapag ako nakabili ng bahay at lupa para sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, tatak yan ng tagumpay. Yung kotse, hindi yung tatak ng tagumpay. It is the house and lot.
Yes.
And my last point, kung bakit ang sarap magkaroon ng house and lot, makabili ng house and lot for our loved ones is because of the pride and happiness of the children. Hindi tayo yung nagyayabang eh. In fact, hindi natin ipagyayabang, uy, nakabili na ako. Hindi yun eh. It is our children.
Yes.
How do they show their pride, their happiness? They embrace Papa. They embrace Tatay. They embrace Nanay. They embrace Mommy. And what do they say? Salamat po, Tay. Nay, salamat po. May sarili na tayong uuwian. At sila ngayon, iimbitahin yung mga friends. Hindi nila ipagmamalaki. The joy of eating together, the joy of playing together, the joy of sharing assignments together in the house. Yung happiness ng mag-anak ko, yun ang matindi.
You know what, Sir Tony, sobrang nakaka-relate ako mula sa simula ng talk nyo, yung portion na yun hanggang sa pinakadulo because of many things. First, my mom is an OFW. She's a doctor, and for a very long time, she lived abroad. So, when I was very young, siguro mga 6 years old, she lived in Nigeria. So after
Oh,
living there for 2 years, she took me with her. So kaming dalawa ng nanay ko yung nasa Nigeria, nahiwalay kami sa dad ko, pati yung mga kapatid ko. And then after that, nung magka-college na ako, bumalik na ako. I left Nigeria, balik dito sa Pinas. Pero siya, continuous pa rin. She's still a doctor. She transferred to Saudi Arabia. Kaya nakaka-relate ako sa lahat ng mga nanonood mula sa Saudi Arabia.
yes,
And
yes.
even though she missed out on much of our lives, naiintindihan ko na love language niya yung mag-provide. Love language niya yung hindi na kami makitira sa lola ko, which is what happened dati. Love
True.
language niya yung maging responsible at mag-provide ng sarili naming tahanan. And I think napasa sa aming magkakapatid yon kasi maaga pa lang, nagsarili na talaga kami. Yung kuya ko may sariling bahay, yung isa kong kapatid, tapos ako din, wala pang pamilya, mag-isa na talaga ako. I think napasa sa amin dahil nakita namin kung gaano ka-importante at responsable yung mga magulang namin in providing us with a home. Sir Tony, kanina po, nung pinag-uusapan natin yung home, sinabi nyo, mag-i-elaborate kayo sa First Park Homes. With somebody who has achieved as much as you have, I'm just curious, you're attaching your name to First Park Homes. Now, with all of these many locations and developments around and possible, why would you say that First Park Homes is a good choice? Why not purchase from somewhere else?
There's a line in Tagalog which goes, trabaho lang, walang personalan.
Okay.
But in this situation, Jelly, mamemersonal ako. I'm coming
Ay.
from a very personal answer to sa
Sige
tanong
po.
na yun. No,
Okay.
the question you posted at me was, why first homes?
Yeah, why
Tama,
First
Jelly?
Park Homes? Why is it a good choice po?
Number one, when they manufactured the property or the subdivision, they had you in mind. They had our listeners in mind. They did not manufacture that place just because that's how they wanted it. They had all the listeners in mind, especially those who are buying their first PHIRST, their first homes. No? It, everything you need is there. And Robbie Domingo was right in saying, all you need to bring in are your furnitures.
Yes.
Rooms, wala tayong problema. Even the space around, talagang pinag-isipan siya. And there's value for money. What about value for money? Kompleto na. For, I heard the amount is like 14,000 amortization on a monthly basis. Kompleto na siya. What else? No hidden charges, no balloon payment, and many more for that price on a monthly basis. At the same time, it's accessible to places. One of the few things that I look for in the place na titira ko, kailangan accessible. Accessible sa anong mga bagay. Personally, malapit sa ospital. Mali. Ang dapat na una, malapit sa simbahan. Kasi kami mga matatanda, Jerry, talagang alam mo, pinlaki kami ng mga magulang na sobrang religyoso. So, number
Tayo
one,
po.
malapit sa simbahan. Thank you,
Opo.
Jerry. Simbahan, ospital, palengke, or now we call it grocery store, or even malls. Not too far, but near enough na siguro a kilometer or two, fine, or may sasakyan. Accessible to these places. And many more things that they're probably thinking about. But as talagang pinag-isipan siya, yun yung naramdaman ko dito. I was watching the video, sabi ko, ang galing, ang galing. And the video is not going to tell a lie. It's exactly what is there already. What else? It's pandemic ready. It just so happened that there's just so much space. Walang problema ang social distancing. And we can play kahit malayo pa, takbuhan tayo, hindi tayo magkakahawahan. Plus, the units, you have a space where you can work from home. Whoever thought of that? People who are really concerned dun sa mga titira. Plus, it's a gated community. It makes you feel there's exclusivity. Importante yun. Importante yun sa mga magulang sa atin na yung mga anak natin they are safe. And now there's a real community that can be, how do you call it, that can be created inside the subdivision. Now, here's two more points. The reason I'm saying first homes should be my first home when I get married. Can you imagine what your friends and your children's friends will say when they find out where you live? Iba rin yun. Iba rin yun. Yung tipong hindi ko kailangan ipagmalaki, pare, ganda ng tinitira ninyo. Hindi ko sinasabi yun, hindi ko pinagmamalaki, but they say it.
Yeah.
Parang putting words into my mouth. It's not as unsanitary as I thought it was. Yun yung effect. And finally, the people who lead the organization, I have yet to meet the owners, but there are people I already know since way back more than 20 years ago. The people running the organization First Park Homes. And who are they? I can remember two people, not Piolo Pascual. These two people, Mr. Ricky Selly is the president, and Ma'am Lauren Sales, who is the vice president of our customer management group. What about them? I was privileged enough that they became participants in the seminars that I conducted in the previous companies they worked for before. It was more than 20 years ago. And I know them. I will buy a property from a developer na yung presidente at saka yung vice president ay kilala ko ang pagkatao. They are people who knew before anong tama, anong dapat itama, anong dapat hindi gawin, ano yung mga mali na dapat iwasan. And this is what they just did. These are real people. You can contact them, you can talk with them. Hindi sila yung mataas na kami sa aming organization, hindi na kami contacted. They are so reachable. They exactly know what our OFWs, those people who buy the first houses, they know exactly what they need.
You know what, Sir Tony? I know what you mean, because I've also had the honor and the pleasure of working with Sir Ricky and Miss Lauren for several years now. So I know what you mean about these are people that are truly approachable. You will not even know that they have a very good status in life or at work because they're really approachable. And I genuinely feel that if you're going to have a home, it has to be with a company that is not only reputable, but it's also backed up by good people, because a company is just as good as it can be depending on the people that are actually running it. So I get you on those points, Sir Tony. And I also love everything that you post for us, how the kids will be the ones showing off the home. You will always be complimented on your home, that you have a First Park home, that it's a gated community. Sobrang importante yan. I mean, like in my case, one of the things I really look for in a home is to have that sense of that peace of mind that when I'm at work, alam kong secure yung anak ko and she is in good hands. You know, it's a gated community. Everyone knows each other. You know, there's nothing for me to worry about whenever I am out of the house. You know what, Sir Tony, listening to you kanina, parang mapapabili na ako ng First Park Homes. Just
Feeling
like,
ko nga eh.
oh,
Feeling ko nga.
but I was jotting down the points that you were mentioning. So I go, oh my gosh, check yan sa mga box ko. Because I have my criteria when it comes to what I look for in a home. Parang check lahat ng boxes. Tapos magiging kapitbahay ko pa si Robbie Domingo, di ba? All right. So later on, we will share with everyone even more things about everything that Sir Tony just mentioned. But for now, our friends who are here with us, watching online, they want to be the ones to ask you questions. Sir Tony, is that okay?
Please, please. I'm more than willing. It's going to be more exciting.
All right. So I'll be glancing down to look at the comments of the people who've sent in their messages. I have a few comments from earlier while you were talking about making sure na hindi kayo nakikitira. Elaine here says, leave and cleave is important for those who are married. Having your own home, own space is important for any family. That is true. There could only be one king and queen in the house or the home. Correct. Thank you so much for that. Again, please do not hesitate to send in your comments in our send in your questions rather in our comments box. The first question, I believe, is very relevant to our current circumstances. Somebody here is asking, considering that we are in our current situation, being in a pandemic more than a year now, this person is asking, is it really the best time to invest in a home now? Why or why not? Sir Tony?
It certainly is the best time. The reason is, if you think of your family, can you let them wait? They have waited long enough. Plus, if you mentioned the word investment, it's kind of weird. Right now, the chips are down, meaning to say pandemic, etc. A lot of people are buying properties. They are. In fact, during the pandemic, ang daming bumili sa first park homes. Ang dami. Kaya sort of saying, hindi sila ng problema sa kanilang sales because people saw they need a property like this.
That is true. Thank you, by the way, to Janice who asked that question. We've got
Thank you,
more
Janice.
questions coming in. They're asking, Nikki, can you give 2 or 3 factors that you should consider, or lalo na for the people who will be making their first investment, what are factors that you should be considering in buying a home? Maybe 2 or 3 factors po.
Number one, it should last. It should last more than the husband and the wife's lifetime.
Yes.
Meaning to say, long enough para maipamana namin sa mga anak namin. So what are we saying? The test of time, dapat maipasa yun nung bibili nilang house and lot. Meaning to say, maganda ang pagkakagawa at yung mismong concept, timeless. Alam mo yung mga artistang ng unang panahon, like Susan Roses, pag nakikita mo hanggang ngayon, hahanga ka sa beauty.
Yes.
Timeless ang beauty.
A movie
Of course,
star talaga.
That's true. The cases of like Papa Piolo here, Robbie Domingo. I mean, timeless. Yun eh. Timeless dapat yung property na bibili nila. It will stand the test of time. And I see that First Homes, sakto yun. Sakto.
Okay.
Ang ganda ng ang tawag ng engineering ng houses nila.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You know what? Sir Tony, I'm sure a lot more people want you to expound. Why choose First? Again, that's PHirst. Why choose First as your first home?
Why will I get a house and lot from First Park Homes? Number one is the people behind.
Okay.
Sa people behind. Lalo na pag nakausap ko. Number two, totoo ba sinasabi nila? To me, that's important. Totoo ba? Paki-check ko ninyo kung totoo. Kasi minsan, maganda sa brochure. Pero pagdating doon sa lugar, hindi. But not with First Park Homes. Truth in advertising ba? May ganon? Ito, truth in selling. Truth in claiming that this is us. Parang no put-ons. Ganito kami. What you see is what you get. To me, that's very, very important. And kaya nga sabi ko kanina, trabaho lang, walang personal. Pine-personal ko to eh. Personal sa akin ang dating ng First Park Homes. And first time ko itong sinasabi sa buong buhay ko. First time.
Thank you very much for that, Sir Tony. We really felt your emotions there. We felt your authenticity when you said that. We have a question from a sharer. I love that this person is a sharer. George is asking, what are the advantages of buying a house versus just renting one? I am personally interested to know then, Sir Tony, why should we buy instead of just rent?
At the risk of ruffling some feathers, people who are listening, I'll have to answer straight to the point. Ang problema pag rumerenta, I rented before. Problema pag rumerenta, hindi na pupunta sa iyo yung property eh. Ang tawag nila nung unang panahon dyan, alkansyang butas. Yun. Meaning to say, hindi na pupunta sa iyo. So, I decided, magre-rent for a while. Pero teka muna, nung ikakasal na, kailangan meron na kaming sariling property. And the challenge was my second marriage because I cannot ask her to live with me in the first property where my first wife and I stayed, where she died.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of unfair. She needs an identity. So kinakailangan, panibago. And hence, I bought another property. So I'd rather that you buy rather than rent.
Okay. Thank you for that, Sir Tony. Um, so we have a lot more questions right here. Sarah is asking, is it better to be a secondary buyer or go directly to a developer? And maybe, Sir Tony, if you don't mind, please expound as well. What is meant by a secondary buyer?
It may mean this way because it has many shades of gray or shades of meaning. I bought the property, but later on I decided to sell it to you.
Okay.
So you're the secondary buyer. So
Okay.
ang tanong, do I come again? Do I go?
Is it better
buy-
po ba to be a secondary buyer or to go directly to a developer?
I'll go directly to a developer.
Bakit po?
What are the advantages? Kasi makikilala ko yung mga taong gumawa nun eh. And I can throw at them a lot of questions. Ang ginamit ng materials dito, etc. etc. Ang dami kong, plus makikilala ko kung sino sila. I mean, their personhood. So, to me, yung pagbili ng bahay at lupa, I need to trust the people who are selling to me. It's not just the property specialist who sells it. It's the entire developer. Sila yung nagbebenta sa akin. So I need to know who they are. Kasi in the end, kailangan akong tumawag sa kanila pag nagkaroon ng kaunting problema. So sila yung nakakaalam. Bakit nagkaganito? Ganito po ang history kasi niyan. So I need to talk with people who knew how it was built and why it was built that way. So I suggest you go directly to the developer. And there's more peace of mind that way.
That is true. Meron kayong pwedeng kausapin. There's somebody to help you out just in case you encounter problems. If a secondary buyer, after the sale, wala na. You don't have a relationship with them anymore. Wala na kayong pwedeng takbuhan kung may maging problema or may mga concerns. That is so true. Okay, I'm real. Yes, sir.
If I may add, Jelly, kaya ako medyo hindi ako comfortable sa artificial intelligence which is already around us. You call somebody, it's, I don't know, chat box. I don't know kung tunay na tao yun. Pero malalaman mo kung artificial intelligence pag ang tanong mo about customer servicing problems, pag ang tanong mo hindi na masagot. Meaning to say, ang tagal na sumagot, 3 hours. Sabi ko, ano nangyari? I need to talk to a real person who can reassure me na may solusyon dyan sa problema ng isinasando niya sa akin. That is important. Bahay at lupa ito. It's not just bahay at lupa. Yung buhay mo nandun. Hindi lang buhay mo. Buhay ng pamilya mo. Nandamay ka pa. sort of saying, no? Diba?
And it's something like we've been saying from the very beginning. Mr. Antonio emphasized it as well, that this is something that survives generations, that you pass on to the future generations. Sir Tony, I want to thank you for sharing your heart with us, for being so personal, for literally just opening your heart up to everyone who is watching today. We really appreciate it, for patiently answering all of the questions that have been thrown at you today. But before we let you go, Sir Tony, are there any words or nuggets of wisdom that you want to leave with us?
How fast time flies.
Very true.
What do I suggest? Tawagan nyo na po ang mister ninyo or tawagan nyo na ang misis ninyo. Walang mawawala doon. In fact, matutuwa pa sila. Dahil tinawagan nyo and meron ka na palang plano na bumili ng para sa kanila. What else? Maybe tawagan nyo na ang First Park Homes and they're more than willing to accommodate your calls. Tawagan nyo na rin yung nag-invite sa inyo sa webinar na ito. Again, they're there for you. What else? At kung meron kayong naitabi, mag-reserve na po kayo. Hindi po ako nagbibiro. Baka yung inyong gustong-gusto na property, na lugar sa developments ng First Park Home. Sa iba pa makabili. Alam mo, malungkot yun, Jelly. Yung gustong gusto ko sa iba pa napunta.
Totoo
Sabi
po.
ko, what has happened? Kasi I wasn't courageous enough to make that first step. Or maybe bisitahin ninyo ni Mrs. Yung mismong site or yung website. The website is the truth. Kung ano yung pinakita doon, yung makikita ninyo dun sa development nila. And here are my last few words, my parting words, Jelly. Time is not on our side. I just mentioned a while ago, kasi simula ko lang itong interview na ito. I'm ending. I'm saying goodbye. And time is not on your side. Ang bilis ng panahon. And you only have one life to live. So give it your best shot because the time is now. Talk to our sellers and please reserve a unit now for your family so that you can give them what they deserve. Welcome to First Home. Thank you, Jelly, and thank you, First Park Homes, for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Sir Tony Villena. That is definitely true. You know, we only have one life to live, and let's live it well. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, please, for our special guest for today, Mr. Tony Villena. Please send him love over in the comment section of Facebook. Send in the applauding emoji, send in the hearts. Gaya nga ng sabi ni Sir Tony, mga Korean hearts, send it over.
Yes.
Meron
I'll
ng
take that.
emoji. See, he will take that virtually nowadays since we don't get to be with each other face to face. We will accept this and all the other emojis you would like to send, Sir Tony. Sir, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right. You know, I was checking the different comments everyone has sent in. We know that there are a lot more questions for First Park Homes. We will have our representatives get in touch with you. So don't you worry. Just send in a message. Just post there that you are interested or you have questions. There are things that you want to clarify. Just send over that you want somebody to get in touch with you and somebody will message you right away. Okay. So that's the beauty of this webinar. Now, I don't know about you, but I was really encouraged by what our speaker, Tony Villena, shared with us today. Kayo ba? We would like to hear yung mga points and reminders that really stuck with you from the talk. Para naman, I can hear from you. Why don't you guys chat us up in the comment section about what it is that you have learned today? Do you have any more questions? Go right ahead and type them in just in case there's anything that we weren't able to answer or Sir Tony didn't have time to answer. Don't you worry because the property specialists will be with you shortly. Okay, hopefully all of your other questions will be answered by this video that we are about to play about First Park Homes. Here, we will see the house details, amenities, and the other wonderful things about First Park Homes. So, tara, let's all watch this. Wow, what a beautiful project. Now, for those of you who are here in Metro Manila, do you feel boxed in? Do you feel caged in, or there's not much space for you to move around in? Why not check out what First Park Homes has to offer in their locations? First Park Homes made sure that each location has something unique to it. It's like a city within a city with all of the necessities easily within your reach. But it is away from the hustle and bustle so that you don't feel overwhelmed being so close to work. Okay, it's like you get a little bit of a break, even though you are in a city within the city. In each location of First Park Homes, you and your family can grow and thrive. With each unique location, there is something special, and First Park Homes would like to share that special something with all of you. That is why they are launching soon what we call First Stories. First with a PH. First Stories is First Park Homes' new way of showing you what each new location under development has to offer. Ano ba ang swak para sa iyo at iyong pamilya? Saan ba nanggagaling yung mga concepts? Ano ba ang benefits ng pagstay sa area na yon? Watch out for these mini series through the social media pages of First Park Homes. Ang ganda talaga dito sa First Park Homes, and I hope you see that with the videos that we have presented to you and with how Sir Tony spoke highly of First Park Homes. I'm sure by now you are already wondering how to buy your own First. Well, simple. First created this revolutionary system wherein you can purchase your home at the tip of your fingers. You can access this system wherever you are and whenever you want. Introducing First Link. Wow, that is amazing. Isn't it so cool how technology evolved throughout the years and we can already do all of these things that make life so much easier? How amazing is that? Absolutely awesome. All right, First Link is a portal where you can purchase your home, set up your monthly payments, and even see the progress of your purchase. No more long calls to your agent with you trying to get an update on your purchase. Although I already know with the First Park team, you're not going to have a problem getting in touch with your agent. But with the First Link, you can easily keep track of monthly payments without having to dig through tons of paperwork. You won't even have to go to their office anymore, which is so ideal in this season that we are in. Let's just call it a season. It's better that way, right? Now, this is how First embodies its last brand pillar of convenient. We at First make sure the buying and the selling process is made easy, so getting your own home is a hassle-free experience. This just shows how much First Park Homes truly values your time and how they try to improve on their capability to meet your needs through more efficient ways of serving you. Are you guys all still with me? Is everyone still with me? Let me know in the comment section. Send me a thumbs up, raise your hand, whichever emoji it is that you can send over. By the way, Sir Tony, if you are still watching, log on to the Facebook page of First Park Homes. You will see a lot of love and hearts sent your way. And to those asking pala, there was somebody who asked, wanting to visit my mom. She's no longer in Saudi. She used to be in Jeddah. She was an OBGYN for one of the hospitals there, and she was pretty well known to the Filipinos in Jeddah, but she's no longer there. She's now in Canada. All right. So let me check out the comment section. Ayan. A lot of thumbs up. They're still here. Cherry Rose, Maybelline, Lilybeth, Alice, Christina, Rio, Joy, sending in lots of thumbs up. Okay, good to know. John Lester is sending a purple heart. Okay, good to know you're all still there. I just wanted to make sure. And because right now we've got a very special announcement, and I hope you guys did not forget. I hope you did not forget that we are still announcing the winners of the little special something that we said we were going to do today. We now have the names of the 10 winners of the online shopping gift certificates from First Park Homes. Remember, these names were chosen at random by our First Park Homes team from everyone who liked our Facebook page and then shared the live stream on their own Facebook page. Plus, that post is public. So here we go. You're already seeing the names on screen. Rio Meli Granel, Jonas Ruiz, Ann Denado, Ricelin Dizon Gerpasio, Feli Velasco, Raymond Malaka, Miko Kasakop, Joey Flerida Virtudazo, Katrina S. De Los Santos, and Joshua Ladignon. I hope I said all of your names correctly. Let us know if you heard your name being announced as a winner. Yung Kasakop, how are you related to Gladys Kasakop? I'm curious. Okay, so if you heard your name and we just congratulated you, you heard your name, you saw it, please let us know in the comment section of Facebook that you know you are a winner so that we can get in touch with you. Okay, so all of those winners, well done. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking the official Facebook page. Congratulations to all of our winners. Remember, a First Park Homes representative will contact you on how to claim the prize. So keep an eye out for that in your Facebook Messenger inbox. It will be in your message requests, okay? Now, note that you don't have to purchase anything to claim your prize, and that the message will only come from the official Facebook page of First Park Homes. Let's all be aware and beware of scams and hackers. Again, it will be in your message requests. It will be a message from the official Facebook page of First Park Homes. They will not ask for any personal details other than how they can get that prize to you. All right. So speaking of the official Facebook page, we would also like to invite you to like and follow First Park Homes' other official social media pages on Instagram and YouTube for updates and upcoming project launches. Watch out for our first stories. I saw a comment earlier, excited for the mini-series. Yes, you get to see those if you follow the official social media sites. They're all on your screen right now. You've got the website, the Facebook page, the YouTube page, and Instagram. So please follow all of those social media sites. Got it? There you go. And that is all that we have for our time together today. Thank you so much for keeping me company till the very end. Thank you for being very participative. You were all listening and interacting with Sir Tony and myself, and we thank you for that. Sana ay nakatulong sa inyo yung lahat ng na-share with you today, from Robbie to Tony to all the information laid out by First Park Homes. Now, if you are planning to buy a home, now is the time. You can inquire and get in touch with our sales representatives who are here in the room to assist all of you, and we hope to hear from you. Just let them know that you're interested, you have questions, so that they can get in touch with you. They will send you a message. Today, we have been encouraged to continue to dream and aim for the best for our families. And if you're dreaming of purchasing your own home, go for one that is not only a house where you can live comfortably, but a home that can be your legacy, a home that was built well so that it can be enjoyed by generations after you. Choose a location where your family's needs will be met completely and conveniently. I thank you all on behalf of First Spark hosts. We appreciate your presence here. An absolute pleasure and honor being with all of you this afternoon. It has been great. My name is Jelly Victor, and we'll see you all again next time. God bless you all, and bye.